What is going on, guys? DBG here, and in this video we are going to be doing another episode of the series where I rate your squad. So I'll be rating 15 squads right here. I'll be rating 15 of them and giving them a rating between 1 to 10 as well as suggestions. So before we get onto it, if you guys, well, first of all, if you want me to rate your teams, tweet me on Twitter with hashtag ratemyteam. I think I said I'm going to be doing these on Sundays, but I don't know. It's either going to be, if I don't do it on a Sunday, it'll be on the Wednesday, basically. If I don't get it done on Sunday, it'll be on Wednesday. It'll be on Wednesday of that week, but it all just kind of, I know, it really all just depends on when I have the time to do it, because these videos do take a while going through the teams, as well as obviously I'm taking about 45 minutes, about a half an hour to record, and then like obviously about another hour or so to like render this whole thing and put some like touches into the editing. So like these videos do take about 2 or 3 hours to make at least, so they do take quite a while, so I just have to wait for it when I have time. So apologies that it's a little bit inconsistent with the days. Actually, to be fair, it's been the last 3 Wednesdays. Before we get on to it, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We're trying to 250,000 subscribers as soon as possible. Right now we are just over like 5.5k away, which is kind of crazy. Like, that is absolutely nuts. If we could somehow hit, like, I know we probably won't, but if we could somehow get to like 500 by tomorrow, that would be insane. That would be insane. Like, that puts us on track to be like 245k, winning 5k by like Friday. If you like 5k by the 10th, that would be nuts, to be honest. But anyway, not the biggest deal. So let's get on to the main purpose of the video. Okay, next gen team mostly run Iverson series in Hawks 2018, the good old RCA series. Stick gods, so release doesn't matter much. Mostly looking to replace Terry, but not for Wiggins. Budget under 50k. Bonga is range and is your Ben Simmons stopper. Okay. Let me have a look. You are a stick shooter, so Thad Young serves no purpose. Paul George, actually, the way his defense and the way he moves on next gen is actually really good. Thad Young really does not serve a purpose. And I mean, if you're a stick shoot, yeah, he's not it. If you're a stick shooter, he'd be the player I would replace first, to be honest, because the biggest thing with Thad Young is his release, and that's kind of 90% of that card. The player that I would, it's a really tough one because you're on next gen, or say not because you're on next gen, because you're a stick shooter. A lot of the suggestions I would give, like Detlef Schrempf, I'm trying to get who's really good but might have a broken release. So you want to replace Terry, and you don't want to replace him with Wiggins. You have Simmons. So, I mean, Duma is probably the best option, but I would probably replace Thad Young with Duma before I'd replace Terry with Duma. Especially if you're a stick player. I'd probably play Duma. I'd probably start Duma power forward, bring Paul George off the bench, and then get rid of Thad. Or, to be honest, I'd maybe keep Thad, get rid of PG, unless you're a big PG fan, and put Duma starting. Because Duma's fantastic, but other than that, though, it's a good team. I don't really play with the stick, so it's hard for me to say, like, which players are good, because I know a lot of people still do stick fade. And I'm pretty sure Halliburton has a good fade. I don't know about Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie's a god on next gen, though. So, and then Pau Gasol's release doesn't matter because of stick. This is a good team, actually. I'm gonna give it like an 8 out of 10. But yeah, it's tough. It's really tough to give up grades. Okay. We're running call pick and rolls. 3 on Luka and Wilt. Okay. Just a heads up, Obi Toppin will not be better than Richard Duma. First of all, I think he's going to be power forward / center. Second of all, he is not going to be better than Richard Duma. I am 99.9% sure of that. Okay. Your team's like a 9.7 out of 10 on next gen. Please tell me you have Luka Doncic with goal blinders. If not, put goal blinders. Use some of your MT to put goal blinders on Luka Doncic, John Wall. And Duma probably needs goal blinders. So I think, is there a better I'd pay 10k for Lionel Simmons. You're on next gen. He's just better than Clyde next gen. As great as Clyde is in next gen, Simmons is better. AK comes with half blinders. Power forwards don't need it because they're just gonna be catch and shoot guys. Neither do centers. Jerry Sloan has it. Like you got a few guys without blinders in the team. So I would put in Lionel for Clyde, and then I'd give Duma. I'd keep Duma honestly. Honestly, he's gonna be way worse. Like Toppin is not gonna be even close to Duma. I'm telling you that for a fact. Or for certain. But Duma, maybe spend like the 20, maybe not even for Duma, but for John Wall and Luka, 1,000,000% give them hot blinders. So not hot blinded, gold blinders. Give them 2 gold blinders. But this is an insane team. Like this is, you've got arguably the best point guard in the game. This is like a 9.5 at least out of 10. Like Duma is top 10 guys playing the wing in the game, especially on next gen. His release on next gen is so cash. Clyde's really good. It's just I don't think he's any better than Duma, and Duma comes with half blinders, which is the best badge in the game. And like outside, like I think Duma's release is as good. They can both curry, they both dunk almost. They both dunk equally as well. They both play deep. I think Duma might play better defense, but yeah, John Wall's fantastic as well. So is Luka, but make sure you gold blinders those guys up. The team's insane though. On current gen, I like the rim run. Nearly have Mel Daniels. Don't know where to put him. Have 200k in auctions. We'll buy or sell anyone. Okay, so there's a simple place to put Mel Daniels, and it is your starting power forward. Actually, you're on current gen. Yeah, I would still start him. Start Mel Daniels. Bring Wes off the bench. Move Kermit to the 3. Get Billy Cunningham off your team. He's not half bad. He's not half bad, especially on current gen. But no, I don't think he should be in your team. A team like this, Billy Cunningham doesn't belong. Don Ole at the point. I really like him. And the fact you got Magic Johnson in there and you've got Ntilikina. And like on current gen, you can get away with playing Magic every minute. So for that reason, like I'll have to say you're good. Like normally I would say, look, Don Ole might be a little bit too small, but the fact is that you got Magic, and because subs don't really matter on current gen, you're perfectly fine running Magic. So I'm gonna say Magic Johnson, Clyde, PG, Wes, D-Rob. That's like a 9.3 out of 10 starting lineup. Bench is more like an 8.5, so let me go with a solid 9. Okay. 1.4 mil. I'm telling you, there's only one position you need to spend. Actually, Kelly Oubre. No, actually, you don't even need to replace Oubre. If you're on current gen, you don't even need to replace Oubre because you got Jerry Sloan. Just play Jerry Sloan to 2 and Clyde to 3. There's only one guy you need to upgrade, and it's Buggy. And it all depends on how good that Toppin card is tomorrow. Or not tomorrow on... Well, it's technically tomorrow for me because it's Thursday, it's after midnight. But, it'll be... I'm kind of thinking who to spend MT on. Because there's no point buying a Wilder Kareem. I'm telling you, we're going to get some form of a weird Galaxy Opal Center that's the equivalent of David Robinson that comes out in, like, the next 2 or 3 weeks. I'm telling you. We're not going to get one that's as good as Wilder Kareem, but we're going to get a 100k center that's comparable. So, I don't know, maybe pay for Hakeem. Like, that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Paying for Hakeem as a backup to D-Rob, because Hakeem's quite a bit better than Buggy. I wouldn't really, unless Anthony Davis has dropped 100k, and I don't think he has, I wouldn't go for him. Trying to think who else there is. I don't know, just book the rest of your team's fine. Like with Jerry Sloan there, you're good. Like I wouldn't necessarily keep Oubre in, but the rest of your team's good. I guess it's a solid 8.5 out of 10 team, and it's completely free, so fair play. Okay. Like to run offense through Tyrese and 5 out. Run pick and pops with Maxi also. Looking for a big go back and power forward. Willing to spend 50k on diamonds. Oh, I like it. That's an all diamond team. I like it. I like it. I like it. This is cool. This is really, really cool. So like you're only out here playing with 1 tier. First of all, make sure you spend 2 or 3k to clamps up Luca. If you haven't clamps up Luca, make sure you clamps up Luca. I like to run Luca at like 5k, or sorry, at the 2 guard position. I like the way you're doing that, and I like this is interesting. This is a fun one. Let me have a look at diamond cards in this game. I'm trying to think off the top of my head, like best diamond power forwards. You already got Tobias Harris. Gallo or Jeff Green with range? Range Jeff Green is probably the best. Range Jeff Green is definitely better than Demantis Sabonis. Yeah, I'll say range Jeff Green. Or AK. You're on current gen, so AK's in that conversation as well. And yeah, this team right here. Like, we're talking actual, like, overall, it's probably a 7.5. But I'm gonna give this a 9.7 out of 10 for creativity. That you're only out here running diamonds. That's fun. That's a lot more fun than seeing the same guys over and over again. That is a lot more fun. But I would advise you to my advice would be get rid of Sabonis. As much as I do like Sabonis and he does have the unbelievable post hook, I would get rid of Sabonis and replace Sabonis with either range Jeff Green or range AK. Range AK is probably better or more expensive. One or the other. But I like the rest of your team. I like the rest of your team. It's not too bad at all. And again, all diamonds which suit your squad. So yeah, let me go 9.7 because this squad actually looks kind of fun to play with. Okay, next gen, run Hawks 2018, pick and roll offense, or a point center with Giannis. Every player has gold badges they need. Looking to upgrade Clyde or Terry about 150k. Okay. 100k, okay. Alright. So let's see what we are working with right here. Are we do we have much? Okay, so you got 2 elite centers. Like, it's really just that point guard, really. Trying to upgrade Clyde. Actually, no, Clyde or Terry. Your point guards are you're on next gen, sorry, so you don't need to upgrade your point guards at all. I was like, do you need to upgrade point guards? No, not on next gen. 2 6'5", 6'6" point guards with half. Well, one will have blinders, one that's just Halliburton, who's god tier. Clyde Drexler, Terry Dishinger. You've got Simmons. I mean, you can put in like a Sealy, but unless Sealy's 10k or less, he's not that much better than a Terry or Clyde, if better at all. We don't have anyone yet. Unless you got Ray. If you got Ray, Ray's probably better than Clyde next gen. But if you didn't get Ray, like, surely you got Ray. If you spent the time to get Clyde, surely you got Ray. If you got D-Rob, you surely have Ray Allen. You surely you have to. If you have D-Rob, you have to have Ray Allen. That's all I'm gonna say. If you have David Robinson, there is no chance in hell you don't have Ray Allen. Ray Allen in there for one of those guys. Other than that, though, can't really think of any upgrades. There's no noticeable upgrades on next gen within your price range. Unless you want to try a Detlef Schrempf. If you want to try a Detlef Schrempf for Terry and just see if he works, because Detlef Schrempf can be cash. Or even bringing in Dumas to the 3 and bring Schrempf to the 4. Schrempf is a beast. He's a beast on next gen. Okay. From 5M Rim, we're looking to replace Jameson and Cousins. Lonzo is badged out. Any other suggestions will be helpful. Okay. 126k. There are 2 players in your team that are good. But why? Like, what? Like, if you are a massive Jordan fan, keep Jordan. If not, sell him. Sell. He's not incredible. Simmons is better than him on next gen. Jamal Murray, very, very solid on next gen. Doesn't matter what gen. Halliburton's better than him on both gens. And Dinwiddie's better than him on next gen. Ingram's fine. So you're now sitting at... So if you tactically downgrade Jordan to Duma, bring Ingram to the 2, Duma to the 3, you're probably on like 100 and... Pretty on close to like 240, 250k. And you got 250k to work with for those two guys in the bottom. And then if you replace Jamal Murray, who's probably over 100k as far as I'm aware, with, let's just say Halliburton 10k, you've got yourself like 300 and something k to work with. And then obviously you've got Duma. Got Duma starting. I like Jameson. I still use Jameson, so I wouldn't be that quick to replace him. But at center position then, and then you can buy yourself. If you're on next gen, get yourself Hakeem. Hakeem moves. Hakeem moves. That's all I'm gonna say. He's got 95 speed. Hakeem, Wilt, Kareem, these guys move on next gen. So Hakeem Olajuwon if you're on next gen. I'm telling you, he's a great player there. But I would tactically downgrade a few players to build up your MT, so you can improve your team while also doubling your MT total. Okay, play for fun. Don't usually run a playbook, but usually tree hunt with Harden / Zach. PG-13 a fully badged, a Melo fully badged. Melo, Levine, Kobe have a low chance of leaving since they're your favorite players. That's perfectly fine and fun to use, so open to any suggestions. Okay. Tactically downgrade Harden to Tyrese Halliburton. Halliburton's as good as Harden. Halliburton's as good as Harden. What have you saved? Like 250k MT or something? You could potentially have saved that. That Giannis at the 5, I don't like. I like him at the 4. I don't like him at the 5. Who's Levine got that duo with? Kobe White. Yeah, just a heads up. You have to play Levine and Kobe White at the same time. Otherwise, the duo doesn't activate. So I'd either start Kobe White. I'd probably start Kobe White so he gets the duo. Off the bench, especially since you say you like Levine, you like Kobe White, and you like Melo. So I'd probably start the 3 of them. I'd bring Halliburton off the bench. I'd sell James Harden to get some capital. I would sell Wiggins and replace him with Lionel Simmons. Tactically downgraded is they're basically the same card, and Simmons is way more expensive or way cheaper. Then I don't really like Cap, but if you like him, it's fine. Actually, current gen, you go current gen. Cat's not it on next gen because like there are a lot of dribbling things that he can't do, but he's fine on current gen because he's got the burst. I'm iffy on Giannis center. If you like it, go ahead. But tactically downgrading Harden and Wiggins to Halliburton and Simmons basically makes your team equally as good, and you will have well over 200k MT as far as I'm aware sitting in your account for whatever comes out in the next week or two. And I'm guessing if we got the best player to ever touch the basketball floor in Danny Ferry today, we're getting something pretty big on Friday. Okay, 330k to upgrade. Use 2018 Hawks. Looking for any advice. No money spent. Okay. You will never stop it now. You'll never... Man, you've got 3... Please tell me you've clamped up that Magic. And please tell me you're using Magic for post hooking. Okay, Billy Cunningham does not belong a power forward, especially with Zach LaVine at small forward. Your second tallest player in your starting lineup is Magic Johnson. Unless you switch matchups so that Magic Johnson's guarding the power forward, which I don't think is a great idea. You're still running Blake in April. That is interesting. It's very, very interesting. Okay. You've got DeRozan and Kareem, but still running Billy Cunningham. Okay, we're just get Duma for Billy Cunningham. If you put in Duma for Billy Cunningham, you know what? I'm actually okay with this team. Actually, Billy Cunningham's a better Blake. If you like Blake, you're obviously gonna like Billy Cunningham then. He's like better Blake but smaller. I'd put Richard Duma in a power forward. There's no other great cheap power forwards though. I'd probably sit and wait for Obi Toppin to come on Friday. Like this is like an 8.7, but I don't. It's a weird one. It's a weird one. But if you had put in your description that you just post hook with Cream and Magic all game, I probably would have given you a 10 to be honest. But yeah, this is about an 8.7 out of 10. Like I'm confused at what direction you're trying to go with your team, so I don't know what advice to give. I'm very, very confused. I'm very, very confused. All right, so we're down to our last 6 teams right now. So, no money spent, like to pick and pop or drive and kick. Don't really have specific plays that are on. Sold a lot of players at the end of last season. I'm looking to upgrade everyone except Mitchell. Okay, that is fine. All right. All right. So, bonus at the 4 is not a good shout. I would sell one of him or Dino. Pau Gasol, look, he's fine. He's fine. Fournier's fine. Westbrook, a little bit small. We got Bonga there. I mean, you don't really need to update anyone yet. I was trying to think. Because we are very, very close to the market taking another crash. I have a weird feeling that we're going to see some form of Spotlight Sim this season. Because in the most recent patch, if you guys don't know, 2K patched the... They basically patched the Xbox glitch. So I have a weird feeling Spotlight Sim's coming soon enough. I reckon it will come... Like, it's only been a month since we saw the last Spotlight Sims. And there were 6 weeks between Spotlight Sims. I wouldn't be surprised if we see them in the next 2 weeks or so. Like, that's my just completely guess. Like, it's not... Like, it's a complete guess. If people are saying I have any sort of insider knowledge, I don't. It's a complete stab in the dark. But I think that... I have a weird feeling Spotlight Sims. So, Kelly Oubre is probably someone I'd look to upgrade. You've already got Duma. I would get rid of Dino. I'm trying to think of what good power forwards are for cheap. Especially on current gen. You've got 1.1 mil. I mean, Pinkton Paul George isn't the worst player to run there. But again, you got 1.1 mil. So, like, I just look at that. Like, if you can get Danny Ferry, go get yourself Danny Ferry. But, like, Bird's flawed. AK. And these guys have half steady, and I know a lot of people don't like half steady. So, like, I'm looking, there's no, like, objectively great guys that are affordable. If you want to go and wait for a mini marker, maybe sell Demantis and Dino, and then wait out a couple of days, see what comes on Friday. Because if Obi Toppin's a god tier card, you got Obi Toppin. I doubt he will be, but he'll be fine. But he'll definitely be better than Dino Raja, and he'll definitely be better than Kelly Oubre. I have a weird feeling, again, that we're going to see Spotlight Sims, and I think we're going to see 1 to 2 unbelievable drops of cards, which could end up getting us the cheap center, or it could push like a Jokic below 100k, and if Jokic goes below 100k, that's a no-brainer to pick him up at that. So, yeah, let's take a look at this. I primarily play on current gen. Like to play bait defense and burst to the rim with Showtime slams. I also like to peek around screens and borrow any suggestions. Great work. Thank you. Okay. Replace Billy Cunningham with Richard Duma, Wiggins slash Malik Sealy slash current gen. So yeah, just them. Also, the last 3 guys on the bench, they're wasting you MT. Do you know how much MT you're wasting by having those 3 guys at the end of your bench? You are wasting, for 5 games, you're wasting 1,800 MT. You're wasting 1,800 MT for 5 games. You're wasting over 300 MT a game. Like, your current roster right now, if you take out, like, it's 12 by 600 to play 5 games, like. So what's that? 12 by 6. It's like 7,200 plus Thad. It's like 7.5k to play 5 games, and you can only make back 1,200 a game. Like, you are making, your current team is, you're making a loss. Like, you'll be profiting just about at best case scenario if you replace those last 3 guys in the bench with bronze. But Juan Carlos Navarro's fantastic. Donald's great. You know, you lack a little bit of height at the point guard position, I will say that. And Billy Cunningham, as much as I do think he's decent, He's no Duma. He's no Richard Duma. He's no Sealy. He's no Wiggins. I wouldn't suggest getting in Messi because it's you're on current gen, but he's not as good as any of those three guys. I do really like Wiggins. I like Wicks. I like Thad Young. I'm gonna give this like an 8.6. Pretty good team. Pretty good team. We haven't seen any real bad teams yet so far anyway. Okay, so we got 4 teams to go. I did not realize like we're pushing a half an hour at this stage. Or we're pushing 25 minutes, so let's have a look. No money spent on current gen, like the 3 hunt. Soon you'll have Mel Daniels to replace Peg Gasol. Have 800 KMT, willing to make any changes. Okay. Okay, let me have a look here. You got Cedric, so you obviously know what you're doing. Either glitch the game or you know what you're doing. Halliburton and Buse, you don't need to replace your point guards. When you get Mel Daniels, yeah, he's quite an easy Evo as well. Mel Daniels definitely in there for Pow. I'm trying to think. Like, I might be on the boat of saying Mel Daniels a power forward, Jokic at center off the bench. I think that might be like my suggestion on current gen because of the burst and is behind the back. Or Dirk if he's cheap. I might wait it out a little bit and rather than replace, and when you get Mel Daniels, replace Sidney Wicks with Mel Daniels and then wait it out for Jokic. That might be the best option, to be honest. So yeah, I don't mind the team. I like the team though. I do like this team. So I'm gonna give it like a 9.1. I'm gonna give it 9.1 out of 10. Okay, and so our final 3. Nobody spent the current gen. We're mostly free Lance and 3 hunt. I'll accept absolutely any criticism and gain as much as 150k from selling extra players. Okay. Okay. everyone in this watching this video right now knows what player I would suggest to tactically downgrade. You should tactically downgrade Dominique Wilkins. Dominique needs to go. He needs to go. I would personally tactically downgrade Lonzo Ball to Tyrese Halliburton. I personally think Halliburton's better and he's a lot cheaper. So Ingram, if Ingram's your favorite player, go for it. If not, sell. Actually, no, Ingram's really good. But Dominique's not better than Malik Sealy. He's just not. Sell Dominique, put in Malik Sealy. You will save yourself. I don't even know what Dominique's going for. But all I know is that Malik Sealy is next to nothing. He's like 12, 13k unless he's gone up in price. He was under 10k at one stage. And he's better. Kelly Oubre Jr. I mean, I'd probably replace him with like a Wiggins or a Simmons, but I'd just hold it out on him. I'd hold it out to see what Obi Toppin's like. He's more than likely what could end up being the case is you move Richard Duma to the 3, Obi Toppin at the 4 off the bench. Your centers are fine. I like Pounce to bonus. Randall's exceptional. Randall's brilliant. I'll give it, like, this isn't a bad, like, it's not a bad team. Like, it's like an 8.5. But Wilkins especially, and to an extent Ingram, are just very, very overpriced. And then Lonzo, it just, like, Lonzo's unbelievable. It's just, I think Halliburton's just better and cheaper. So, whatever. Like, and I think probably Frank is better as well. But yeah, it's a really decent team. It's a really, really, this is weird. This is weird right now. Okay. On next gen, run Hawks 2018, like the rim run, shoot threes and pick and roll. Detlef has speed / dunking Grinches, and Bonga is badged up. 2 gods on next gen. Trust me. Like, again, I will say the best primary small forward in the game on next gen is Detlef Trent, but it's not even close. Terry and Antoine need a bench because they have diamond contracts. Okay, that is perfectly fine. Keeping them guys there. Like to keep 100 KMT for sniper. Okay, so you got 100k to work with. Ingram. Does Ingram have... His release is completely chicken on next gen. I will say that. Does Ingram have blinders? He does. He does. And okay, So if you're on next gen, obviously keep Ingram. Ingram's spectacular because he's chicken as well. Mel Daniels is brilliant. Kevin Garnett's brilliant. Jokic is brilliant. Clyde, Brandon Roy. I would actually replace one of them with Lionel Messi, Lionel Simmons. I would replace one of those guys with Lionel Simmons because I just think he's, although he doesn't seem better, I think he is better. I don't know. I don't know whichever one you prefer. Don Ole and John Wall. You can get away with them a lot better, and then you got Bonga badged up there in case they have a taller point guard. But you can get away a lot better with small point guards because Hook Specialist is nowhere near as overpowered on next gen as it is on current gen. So like the thing with me on current gen is I can't use those small guys because you literally can't grab post hooks. And yeah, obviously they don't play lanes as well, but small guys are a lot better on next gen than current gen. So your point guards are fine. Your two guards, I would probably put in Simmons, replace one of those two guys off your bench. Wes is fine, Mel Daniels is fine, Shrimp is exceptional, Kevin Garnett's brilliant, Jokic is brilliant, and you got 2 diamond contracts and a Bonga at the end of your bench. So can't lie, it's a nice team. It's a nice team right here. So I'll give it a, it's next gen. I'm gonna give it a 9.4. It's a great team. Maybe not the greatest on current gen, but great on next gen. Last team for the episode right here. We have got this. Rate my team. No money spent. Current gen. Like the 3 hunt. Have good defenders. Have 2.3 million empty. Luka, Garnett, Robinson, and Kawhi are fully badged. Luka with half clamps willing to sell anyone. Okay. Okay, get that bum Adrian Dantley off the bench, and same with Dame Lillard. They're just wasting him. You're just literally wasting him to have those two guys. If you want to keep Chicken Man there, that's all good. Okay, so you got 2.3 mil. I mean, if you want to get one of Wilt or Kareem, like D-Rob's fine, and I know you may not want to waste a lot of MT on 2 guys, or you can either get one of Wilt or Kareem, or you can play Kevin Garnett off the bench and just go and get yourself a Richard Duma, or try to get Danny Ferry, or even see what we're getting with Obi Toppin. I wouldn't buy anyone for the next day or 2 anyway. But your point guards, man, you need you need to get Halliburton. You need to just replace Wade with Halliburton at this stage. Wade was great for his time, but his time was 3 months ago. Or just replace Wade with Halliburton. Clyde's good. Especially, I like Clyde. I love Terry on current gen. I like this team. I'm going to give it a 9.2 or 9.3 out of 10. But, I mean, you can either go the big baller route of... The only real position I think you really need to change, like, first of all, Halliburton for Wade, so you don't spend much MT, and he's way better, and Halliburton's one of the best. Price-wise, Halliburton's the best value player in the game for how good he is. Pau Gasol, I would replace him. As much as I don't think he's terrible, I would replace him. It all depends on what you want to do. You can either start Richard Duke, you can either go with the cheap option, which is actually still a great option. Both are good options. You got the cheap option, and you could move Kevin Garnett to your backup center and start Richard Duma at power forward, or small forward and move Karolinko to power forward, or you can go to big baller route and buy one of Kareem or Wilt, because you got that much MT. Those guys are, I'm telling you, they're endgame cards. They may get better cards, but they are going to be good in endgame. I'm telling you that for a fact. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. So anyway, that is the video. This is another episode, like 20 something. Like we're nearly at 26, 27, I think. And this series, pretty much one every week since the start of the game. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.